Good afternoon, everybody. And thank you, AG Banta. Also, thank you for your team and all the other attorneys general who are leading on this effort. And I'm just going to say what's on a lot of people's mind is what the heck is the president thinking right now? We, as elected officials, our job is to protect consumers. Our job is to protect our constituents. Our job is to look out for people in our communities. Our job is not to seek creative, nuanced, lawyerly ways to defund the agencies that were designed to protect all of us. But that's what's going on. And this is a consistent message from our president. This is a consistent agenda from our president who is focused on reworking our economy. And all you got to do is look at the pattern to see how this is an attack on working Americans. You think about it right now where they're removing food assistance from vulnerable Americans. You think about it where they're taking actions that are increasing the cost of health care that we're paying. They pass hidden taxes in the form of tariffs that are increasing costs for small businesses and consumers. They're increasing or decreasing, what I should say, taxes for wealthy Americans. And then today, the very institutions that are supposed to protect us, they're systematically working to defund them. And that's what's going on right now. And this is an agency, you got to remember this, that has been working on behalf of everyone since 2011 and has provided more than $20 billion of funds back into the pockets of Americans. This is the same agency that stopped Wells Fargo when they were taking advantage of consumers without their consent and opening millions of accounts without consent. This is the same agency that stopped Navient, who was taking advantage of student loan borrowers. This is the same agency that protects people who have credit cards, payday lending, mortgages, you name it. This is the agency that's looking out on behalf of all of us. And so I can't figure out what the heck the president is thinking by wanting to defund this. But what I do know is what Congress was thinking when they passed this. This was in the wake of the financial crisis in 2008. And he said, we need a bureau, an agency in the corner of Americans and consumers looking out on their behalf. But what they were worried about, and this is really important, they wanted to have an independent agency. They wanted an agency that was going to be free from political interference, politician proof, if you will. And that is exactly why the funding is set up the way it is for this agency. The funding comes through the Federal Reserve. That way, Congress, when it's being influenced by all of the money that flows into that, all the politicians that are being influenced, they can't impact that enforcement entity. That consumer watchdog organization is immune from political pressure. But what Congress didn't know, and I don't think any of us, frankly, could have predicted that you would have a president that would go to such extreme lengths to create this wild legal theory about why you can't fund this consumer watchdog organization. Absolutely wild. And that's why this lawsuit has to be filed today, because we as Americans, we as consumers need someone who has our back. And we as attorneys general can do our best. We can work as hard as we possibly can, but we need a federal counterpart. And that's why this lawsuit is so darn important. Proud to be a part of all of these attorneys general working to ensure that this is a resource for generations to come. We filed the case here in Eugene, Oregon. This is the 7th case that's been filed in Oregon. Very proud to work with all of the staffs and attorneys general in this case. The hope is that in the near future, we will seek relief and start moving forward in this case. So thank you all, and I will go ahead and turn it over to A.G. Platkin from New Jersey.